Hi guys, welcome back to Helen's Kouzina. Tonight we've got the all-time Greek favourite, Loukoumades. No Nutella-filled ones, just plain old Loukoumades, which we all love. I've got a bowl. In my bowl I have 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. Probably enough to feed maybe about 10 of you, but you know, if you're a guts like me, it'd probably be just me. So 1.5 cups of flour, and I've got that sitting there. Whilst we activate our yeast, that's the most important step, is to activate your yeast. Really simple. We've got 30 grams of yeast in a yeast sachet. You can use fresh yeast if you like, but hey, these are just as good. In it goes to a bowl. To our yeast, you add about 1/2 cup of hot water. Not boiling hot, just nice and warm, because that's going to help activate the yeast. So in order for the yeast to activate, it needs to stay warm. So I like to put some cling wrap over it, wrap it in a nice warm towel, put it in a nice warm place, and it'll take about 10 minutes to activate. All I need to do now is add a little bit of vanilla. Now that's optional. I like to add vanilla in it because it just gives it that really, really sweet taste. In here I've got a teaspoon of sugar and a pinch of salt. So our yeast has been left to rise for about 10 minutes. Lovely and fluffy. This is the consistency that you'd be looking for. Add our yeast in, 1 cup of warm water, and now just give it a really good whisk. We're going to set it aside for about 15 minutes until it rises again. So just as we did when we wanted our yeast to rise, Glad wrap, a nice warm spot. Throw some blankets over it, throw some towels over it, whatever's going to keep it warm, because the warmer it is, the more it's going to rise. So whilst our dough is rising, we're making some sugar syrup. In a pot, really simple, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, cinnamon quill, and a couple of cloves. And that's going to simmer for about 10 minutes. So here we have it. Our batter is ready to go. You can see, if you're looking really, really closely, it's starting to get really thick. So it's just the consistency that we want to make our Loukoumades. So grab the yeast in your hand, and as you can see, it's actually manageable. We're going to try and pop little balls and put them in our oil. So they're exactly how we want them, nice and brown. We're going to throw them into our sugar syrup and they're ready to eat. Almost done. If you want, and it's purely optional, sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of crushed walnut on it. Just finishes it off. Yum.
Το πρόσωπο σου με μαγεύει, το βλέμμα σου με ταξιδεύει.